Welcome to Devil's Advocate. I'm your host, Tracy Boy.
And I'm Chris Brand.
And on this episode,
we're going to be talking about the attack of Jussie Smollett. Ooh. Yes. The deportation of 21 Savage. 21. The Denver trip.
Oh,
and sports with Live and Ice. It's Grammy weekend.
Oh, yeah.
And they're going to talk about the nominees.
It's going to be good.
In addition, I wrote this down for you guys. I got a special message for the ladies for Valentine's Day. Stay tuned.
Alright, so Jussie Smollett. It's been in the news a lot lately. There's been a lot going on. So if you already don't know, 2 weeks ago he was brutally assaulted by two unknown assailants. Apparently they were wearing MAGA hats or screaming out MAGA country. They ended up putting a noose around his neck, and they also were screaming out racial slurs. The big question surrounded by the incident is it a hate crime against the LGBT community or a hate crime against black people? As well as there was no camera footage. So surprisingly enough, people are asking if the incident actually happened, if it was staged or if it was real. So what you think about it?
First of all, before I start, if this was indeed real, it's tragic. It doesn't get any worse.
Yeah.
But I don't know about this one. I don't know. I don't want to be that guy, but the story just seemed kind of funny, man.
Why it seem staged to you?
Well, I was thinking about it, and I'm thinking, all right, subway at 2 a.m.
Right.
Are there subways open 24 hours?
Mm.
They are.
Okay.
The area where he was in Chicago, everything matched. He could have been there at a subway, indeed, and he could have got beat up. It's plausible.
Right.
But then when I heard the whole story, man, I'm like,
what's the unbelievable part about that story that got you like, I don't know if this happened now? Was it the fact that it was no recordings?
No.
Or the fact that...
It wasn't even the fact that there was no recordings.
Right.
It was the fact that they said, this is MAGA country. That doesn't...
So you think it's clickbait? You think it's playing on outrage and people's emotions, bringing them people to the new show? You think it's an advertisement for Empire? That's unbelievable to me. I don't think people go way out their way to say, he had a cracked rib, face was messed up,
right.
Had a noose tied around his neck for I think 45 minutes.
Mm-hmm. And that was all very dramatic.
Right.
Just like Empire. It's a you know what I'm saying? It's a boost in ratings. It gets him more names, and also he becomes a martyr. Everybody loves a martyr.
Black Tupac.
Yes. Black gay Tupac.
Oh man.
It's powerful.
Yeah.
I don't want no smoke.
I was bruised, but my ribs were not cracked. They were not broken. I went to the doctor immediately. Frank Gatson drove me. I was not hospitalized. Both my doctors in LA and Chicago cleared me to perform, but said to take care, obviously. And above all, I fought the fuck back. I'm the gay Tupac.
But my point is, it sounds too over the top. It's insane. And I'm not saying, now don't get me wrong, I don't want to come off as if I'm saying, oh, racism doesn't happen. People don't get attacked. They do get attacked.
Right.
But this one is just so picture perfect.
But
the MAGA hats, the noose. It is speaking to everybody's heartstring like, oh my God, that happened. This country is going to sham. Nobody's safe, da 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 da. We're at war. And that's frustrating. That pisses me off that him and Lee Daniels is involved. That man wore a cape. I know he's involved with this grand scheme of things. I know it is.
Yeah, he never been alone with his cape,
man. Man, nobody wears a cape.
Hey.
That's very dramatic.
Yeah,
and so this story was so dramatic. It's unfair to the people, and you guys should be upset because, like, the thing is, I'm gonna tell you guys when you're being fucked with, and you're being fucked with right now. They are playing on you guys' emotion. And if you fell for this, you fell for it.
So is it a crime to be too insensitive to something like this that's going on? Because a lot of these situations happen every single day.
I agree.
A lot of hate crimes happen every single day. So to say, is it good or bad that we're so standoffish on this topic right here? Are we allowed to have an opinion?
Absolutely. Everyone's allowed to have an opinion. I just think sometimes you need, before you post or before you get all emotionally tied into it, kind of back up from it.
Get all the facts.
Get all the facts, definitely, and make sure you got good sources.
Okay.
But think about it. Like, logically think about the situation. That's during the polar vortex. They're not even calling it a cold front. So these two guys were out there waiting for him with the nooses, and bloodshot spilled in his eyes as well. So, and then we see the picture. It looks like some Tom Cruise Mission Impossible 2 scratch on his eye. He was trying to take a knee. He was trying to be the gay Kaepernick.
Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah, that was his goal.
So you think he was just trying to get a platform?
Absolutely, he was trying to become that face of the fight. And what's so frustrating is, if that face of the fight is fake, it's going to delude the other real stories.
I don't think so. I think he just got his ass beat. There's hateful people in the world. There's no footage, but it happened, and now he's standing to make awareness on attacks like that happen to him, people in the LGBT community, black people, anybody.
So he added all that extra stuff to it?
But you keep on saying he added it to it, like it happened to him. If I walk outside and I get my ass beat and don't nobody see it, ain't no recordings, I'm be like, hey yo, like, there's 2 unknown assailants out there, we need to solve this case, we need to put this under investigation, and you stand over there like, but did it happen though? You know what I mean? That's kind of fucked up.
It is, and that's why I'm trying to, like, if it, like I said at the beginning, if it did happen, I feel so bad, and I'll cover it here. You know what I'm saying? I've been wrong before.
But you saying what people thinking.
I'm saying what I'm thinking.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm saying what I'm thinking. I don't know what you guys are thinking.
Yeah.
It'd be cool if you chime in and tell us what
Let
you're
us
thinking.
know in the comment section.
Right, but I don't think it happened, man. I don't think it. I think he probably got his ass kicked. I don't think it happened to that dramatic effect. I think maybe he got his ass kicked. He called Lee Daniels. Lee Daniels, I got my ass kicked. He's
So you
crying.
think it was a single incident, is what you're saying?
I think Lee Daniels capitalized. He said, Jussie, I don't know how Lee Daniels sounds. Jussie, we can make fucking moves with this. I think he did that.
Okay.
And then, boom, this dramatic story comes about. This is MAGA country.
You got the cake and you're a villain, that's what.
And it's some shit out of Empire, man.
Right.
This is MAGA country. Cobra, like, it's retarded. Nobody talks like that. I don't know. I don't want to go on a rant about it, but I just...
Maybe you need to take a beat and leave the country.
Like R. Kelly?
Yeah, I was thinking more so 21 Savage.
Absolutely.
Deportation, let's get to it. Alright, 21 Savage. He's been in the news lately. According to Time magazine, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, arrested 21 Savage on Super Bowl Sunday of all days under the grounds that he's been living in the country under illegal status. They make claims that he's a British national and he's been staying in the country on an overstayed visa. But it gets more complicated than that. His parents, who were originally from the UK, came over and overstayed their visa while 21 Savage was underage. And it makes things more complicated that he has felonies.
Wow.
So where do we go from there, man?
Yeah. Oof. First of all, 21 Savage is British. What the fuck? They're infiltrating our country, man.
I knew you were gonna go there, but
he's fucking British.
Yeah, apparently he's a
Fuck,
British
that's
national.
supposed to mean.
Oh, relax.
All right, chill out.
I've been. All jokes aside, I've been following 21 Savage music career.
Right. Talented guy.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that is growing with his time in. He started very like rough, and it's like, you know, you see the tattoo on his face, and it's like, this little motherfucker is crazy, right? So he's more successful. I put that on his PR team.
Yeah.
His 21 Savage PR team is brilliant. They painted this, this Zone 6 guy as like this violent killer, but as his career progressed, he begins to get like this gentleness of him. If you listen to the Issa album, all right, I won't, okay, that's for the music guys. I don't even want to intrude on their shit. But if you listen to his albums, they've grown. This particular one, he even had a song with J. Cole. Very conscious rapper.
A lot.
J. Cole is conscious. He's speaking to what's going on. 21 Savage at one time wasn't a social, we wouldn't consider him a social advocate. But this album, I believe on the Jimmy Fallon show, am I correct, guys? The Jimmy Fallon, he changed the verse to a lot. From the song A Lot with J. Cole. He changes his verse, and it's very conscious. He mentioned some very important things. Flint, Border Patrol, to be exact. And
it's kind of crazy.
Right, and a few days later, he's detained.
Started at the bottom, the trenches, the gutter, so I had to go a little harder. Lights was out, the gas was out, so we had to boil up the water. Been through some things, but I couldn't imagine my kids stuck at the border. Flint still need water. People was innocent, couldn't get lawyers. How much money you got? How many problems you got? How many people done doubted you? Left you out to ride? How many prayed that you flop? How many lawyers you got? How many times you got shot? How many people you shot? How many times did you ride? How many people done died? How many times did you cheat? How many times did you lie? How many times did she leave? How many times did she cry? How many chances she done gave you messing around with these thighs?
For so many reasons.
I'm no conspiracist theorist or whatever you want to call it. Says the guy who just had a whole rant about the Jussie Smollett thing and Lee Daniels and their scheme to make him a martyr. But I don't we have that type of political situation where it's not out of the way to think that maybe the government is fucking with him. Because he was on Jimmy Fallon. That's a national audience. That's the fucking world. And for him to make those statements, and then he's detained, it's like...
You think it has something to do that he made those claims on the Jimmy Fallon show?
I think so.
And then a couple days later, he's deported?
I think that, yeah.
Because that hasn't really been addressed in social media and the news about how they found out. Why not? Because how old is 21 Savage?
Maybe 22, 26.
He's 26. All right, so he's 26.
26.
So all of a sudden, he's
26
famous. He's been famous for a little bit, right?
Right.
So they had all the time in the world. You think because he made those claims on Jimmy Fallon's show that they waited?
I think it put him on whatever list. Like maybe they weren't paying attention to him,
right.
And one of the fucking ICE agents is watching Jimmy Fallon. He's sitting there,
Alphabet.
Yeah. It's like, what the fuck? He's talking shit.
Yeah.
Charles, let me see his file. Looks at that shit. This motherfucker's on an expired visa. Let's show his ass. That's in my head. That's what
At no fault of his own. So I know he's hiring lawyers right now. I heard
actually, that's even a bigger.
Yeah.
Jay-Z stepped in.
Yep.
Hell Hove, when he steps in, something is gonna happen.
That's crazy. I mean, it also goes into what other immigrants are going through right now as far as their parents coming in. What about the Dreamers? The Dreamers Act, where you had underage kids coming to the country at no fault of their own, but their parents being deported, and then you have the separation of the family.
Right.
Right?
It's messed up. Like, just think about you and your family. Imagine your child, your firstborn son, gone, just snatched out of nowhere. Regardless of how you were in the country, just think of that. I get it, left, right, conservative, liberal, but there has to be a ground where we all look at each other as humans, right?
Yeah,
Am I bugging out thinking that?
No. So what you think is gonna happen?
I think because 21 Savage, he has resources, and let's not forget, 21 Savage is making someone rich. Let's not forget that he's not a product.
Yeah.
Because he's in the music industry, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna take care of him. And this PR is working beautiful. It's beautiful for him.
Right on time.
Right on time. He is going to recover from this. Here's my message to his PR team. Dial it back a bit. dial it back. We already feel bad, but dial it back. You guys are getting kind of like, oh, 21 Savage support. First of all, he's British, and he has resources. He's rich, you know what I'm saying? It's a different story for people who don't have all those resources. We relate to him on that level, but don't, like, chill out, guys.
Is he really British though? I mean, he grew up in Atlanta for the majority of his life.
Hey, I think fucking those music guys, I think Ice may be British, believe it or not. I think I've heard them talking British, man. And they're trying to fucking infiltrate this fucking country.
Sounds like a conspiracy to me. All right, so that's it for 21 Savage. I hope everything turns out good on his behalf.
I believe it will.
Because he got a lot going on. But speaking of foreign excursions,
Okay,
you
yeah,
left
yeah.
the city for a little bit, right?
Yeah, I did, man.
Where
I went to Denver. Sorry for not having content last week, but the team sent me to Denver, and we were curious about some stuff out there.
Oh.
So I'm gonna talk about Denver, guys. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's
You
get
guys
it.
are excited. Good. The Denver trip was dope. I'm gonna put it was dope. Let's talk about the weather first.
All right.
There was something special about that weather. It felt like they had a machine to control it. Real shit. They had a machine because I saw people wearing ski jackets, shorts and t-shirts, and flip-flops, all in the same picture with snow on the ground. It was very weird.
I think that's a Denver thing.
Probably so. I know you guys are like, I don't want to hear about all that shit. What's really good? Let's talk about a little bit of weed.
Oh, let's do
Weed,
it.
yes. Denver, they legalized marijuana. So I went on a few tours out there. First of all, Denver is not exactly what you guys think. A lot of you think. It's not a place where you get off the plane and they're chiefing and they're just rolling in the air. It's
That's
not
what I
like that.
thought.
You can't even smoke in the city of Denver, believe it or not. It's $1,000 fine. $1,000 fine if you just light up in Denver and get caught or whatever.
So it's rules to it.
Right, there's
Okay.
definitely some rules to this shit. And the people nobody was breaking the rule.
Mhm.
Like, you wasn't walking to a part and you smell weed. It was like, these people are following this fucking rule.
That's good because it shows that people are in line with the cannabis laws.
Right,
Okay.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And everyone knows the cannabis laws, and they'll let you know, like, oh, boom, you only can smoke in these specific counties or areas. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you can't smoke in the city of Denver. I'm 100% because I myself was about to sneak and roll one up, and then I looked and I seen that sign. It was like, the sign was like, whoop, $1,000 fine. I was like, oh, shit. And then I kind of looked around and I saw people. I was like, go ahead, try it. I was like, all right, so I'm not. I went on a tour.
How was the tour?
The tour was dope. We went to a dispensary and we got to see how they produce all this marijuana, because it's not some shit like you're in your basement and these guys are on some like whatever you've seen on TV. It's not like that. It's
Top of the line, right?
Top of the line, very scientific. If I were to try and explain it, I wouldn't get it right, but it was beautiful how it was done, and it's all about being able to understand the type of weed you want.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, I want this type of high, I want that type of high.
I'm tired. You know,
Right.
I got insomnia. I need to go to sleep. Or
Exactly,
I wanna
and these
breathe.
guys have it
Yeah.
to the point where you don't have to guess from your local dealer.
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty dope.
Yeah.
The tour we went on was cool. You can smoke on the bus, but what was crazy is the lights are blacked out, and everyone's just sitting there smoking. It's super chill, super chill. But we had to stop during the tour in certain parts while we were driving. They're like, hey, it's time to put it out. Kill that shit. You know what I'm saying? And the reason it was like that is because the laws, they're still going through battles with, can we do this and can we do that? They're still going through that there. But for the most part, everyone is happy. Except the homeless.
Ooh.
Except the homeless. It is a lot of homelessness out there. To the point where even being high, because I was high, even being high, I was like, damn, it's a lot of homeless people out here. And I'm from New York.
A lot more than New York. On average.
I don't know. I don't know the stats.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't know the stats on it. But it looked, and there's homeless people here in San Antonio.
Oh, yeah.
It just looked like a lot. Maybe because how the city is made, it feels like this is the city and these are the outskirts. But they were all like kind of farmed to this particular part of downtown Denver.
I got you.
And because there's this part called 16th Street,
Yeah.
where it's a 16th Street mall. You can even buy marijuana on there, you just can't smoke it out there.
Yeah.
And it's clean as shit. Everything is so clean, but you don't see any homeless people there.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they have that much compassion for their homeless out there.
Yeah.
And I say this because we're at the hotel, we're standing under the heating lights, and there's me, my wife, and there's a valet guy, and a homeless guy, I guess. He didn't look homeless to me, he was on a bike. He was kind of just trying to get some warmth real quick, and the guy was like, hey, keep it moving. And not in the like, not in the way like, keep it moving, you're gonna fuck my job up. It was like, keep it moving before I break your fucking legs type. I was like, oh shit. Yeah, seriously. And you asked me like, oh.
So the culture.
Yeah,
the culture
against
the homeless is.
It might be,
true.
yeah, because
Okay.
I also was talking to an Uber driver, and she was talking where I mentioned, I was like, gosh, you have no compassion for the homeless.
Right.
I said that to her,
Yeah.
and she kind of was like, no, it's not that. That's how she was talking about him. I don't know. That's just what I observe. I don't want to be like, oh, Denver is mean to their homeless people. This is just me and my observation. And
well, let me throw out a stat for you, right?
Okay.
Because weed was legalized in 2014 in Denver, right? In Colorado. Right.
Okay.
So according to the Denver Voice, they said the homeless population has risen from 2015 to 2018 about 22.6%. Do you think that's because of the legalization, or you think that's just something else? It's been an ongoing problem.
That's a good question.
Currently been going on.
And there's two answers I think a lot of people have. One is, well, they legalized weed. Everybody's smoking the tobacco and they don't want to do anything. That's not the case. I don't know where you're getting your information about marijuana. You watch too much TV. Weed isn't the type of drug that just makes you want to be lazy. Well, it does, but not like you'll be responsible. Hopefully.
Depends on the person. I'll say that much.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean?
So
like if you're
I
a lazy individual, you don't got nothing
You'll be
going on
lazier.
for you. You're gonna be lazier.
Yeah.
You're not gonna want to do anything if you smoke it. I like to be active.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean? So that's just it depends
Right.
on the person.
I'm a brain guy, so I'm a sativa guy.
Right.
Some people are indica
Yeah.
guys. They want to
Like the chill, like body high, right?
Right. What about the homeless? I don't think it's that the weed itself making them homeless. The cost of living went up so high when they legalized marijuana. It's one guy I was talking to. He was like, "Yeah, I had an apartment for $600, and it's like $1,200 now." I'm like, "What?"
Yeah.
So can you imagine being a working person? You don't smoke weed. You're just trying to make ends meet.
Yeah.
And then marijuana is legal. You're like, fuck it, I don't
Cost of
smoke.
living
It doesn't
goes
mean
right
anything
up.
to me. Cost of living goes up. Don't get me wrong. You have good schools. Your highways are nice.
It's going back into the city, right?
It's all going to the city. The city, like I said, the city is beautiful. I love the people of Denver. It's just that the working class person, if you're just making it and they legalize weed, it's going to be like, oh, you're going to constantly go, oh. And the homeless people, phew, they couldn't grab it.
Yeah.
You feel me? They couldn't grab it.
So you think that has a lot to do with more homeless people coming up on the streets, the cost of living going up, people can't reach and maintain that level?
I would say that, yes.
Oh, man.
That's just my theory. But I would say it's a contributor to it.
So is it worth it?
What, legalizing weed?
Yeah. If the cost of living is going to go up, the bills are going to go up, yeah, you put it back into the city and the infrastructure, but
Depends on how much you care about your poor people.
yeah.
If you don't give a shit about them, then yeah, it's all for it. But
Hey, let us know in the comment section, man. What
yeah,
y'all think?
I think with the homeless situation, it's just something people tend to just move on from and just forget. Bunch of tossers. Oh my goodness gracious. And that was a bit emotional. Oh my God. Anyway, the Super Bowl. Let's talk about it. What happened?
I called it.
Yes, you did. You called
NFL,
it.
I need my check.
What a low
I need
scoring
a job.
What a low scoring game.
I didn't
It was tied. I went to take a shower and it came back and the Patriots are winning. What happened?
I didn't expect it to be that low though.
Yeah. So what would you say? What type of game was it?
Defensive game, clearly. I mean, they did 4 quarters of 3-3 until Tom Brady threw a lob pass to Gronkowski.
Mm-hmm.
Then Tony Macero scored a touchdown. I mean,
It was boring.
I didn't expect. No, it wasn't. That's what I hate. Everybody that says that.
Why do you?
It's boring. A lot of people say it's boring because the way the NFL is now, y'all so used to offensive being everything like the NBA, the NFL, any type of sports. Y'all really don't care about defense.
Right.
If you were like a real football fan or a sports fan, you enjoyed that game because it was defense the whole time.
Ooh, so it's kind of crazy for people to be like, oh, it's boring. It was.
Yeah, you saying it was a boring game honestly tells me you don't really watch sports.
Oof.
You just was there just because.
Yeah. Anything going on? Ooh, we'll leave it at that. The performance was great though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Maroon 5. Y'all better put some respect on Maroon 5.
SpongeBob made the Super Bowl.
That I didn't like Travis Scott's part.
SpongeBob single-handedly has made more Super Bowl appearances than half of the teams in the NFL.
Ooh. Damn. I like Travis Scott. I'm a fan of his music. I didn't like this performance. It was very it felt like a Kids Bop version of him.
Honestly, I think probably it would have to be Maroon 5 and then Big Boy and then Travis.
He came through in that fur coat.
He did though.
He had the nation. What did they say? In this hole, something to that effect. Had the whole nation going. It was live. Like, oh man.
He was saying ATL.
ATL ho. So tell me, it's Grammy nomination week. Speaking of music.
Grammys.
Yes. Tell me about it. What's going on?
What you want to start with first? Song of the year first?
Let's go with Song of the Year. He's gonna go read the list.
Okay, I got 3.
First of all, the nominees. Let's read the nominees.
Okay, the nominees are All the Stars, The Joke,
Mm-hmm.
Buddha, In My Blood, The Middle, This Is America, God's Plan, and Shallow.
Shallow. Ooh, for Song of the Year, what's your pick? I already know mine. And I know why.
Do you? Okay, I'm gonna have to go with the hood version. Who's gonna win that? Buddha.
Boot up. I think This Is America is gonna win.
I want that to win so
I
bad.
think it's gonna win.
But America, like as a whole, bro, I know way more people that be Buddha. They be singing that way more than This Is America. But This Is America honestly had more.
And don't sleep on All the Stars because that's a beautiful song. I think This Is America is just gonna win just on some. The Grammys are, they're gonna. It's for the people. So This Is America. Everybody, not some people didn't like it, but it speaks more. It speaks to more people than Boot Up. You know what I'm saying? It's some Americans that aren't.
But true. I mean, but you also gotta look at the Drake effect though.
The Drake effect only works for Drake.
That's my point. He's
God's Plan.
God's Plan. That's what I'm saying.
I don't think God's Plan is gonna win.
It might be God's Plan.
And I like that song. God's Plan isn't gonna win because This Is America is gonna win.
I'm telling you, bro. If Drake wins, it's God's Plan.
All right. So his pick is Drake. Mine is Childish Gambino for.
No, my pick was Boot Up.
Oh, his pick is. Oh, I got
Boot Up.
this. This is me. I got this one.
Boot Up.
Now, rap album of the year.
We got Victory Lap, Invasion of Privacy,
Mm-hmm.
Swimming, Astro World, and Daytona.
Okay, that's Nipsey Hussle. It was an amazing. First of all, 2018 is a historic year.
Yeah, that year alone.
Best year in hip hop in a long time.
Fire.
You guys want to go 88? Let's not go back that far. This is in our modern day.
Crumpets.
2018 is that year. Nipsey Hussle, that's a fair one to win. If it won, I wouldn't be mad. I'd be like, oh, okay.
Swimming?
Here's the thing with Swimming. I think, even considering R.I.P. Mac Miller, I think you got to be in a certain state of mind to appreciate that album. I think it's a phenomenal album. I do. I love all these albums.
Oh, I do.
Everyone. Then Astro World. That's. I love Astro World.
I didn't care.
I wept. I have the gift. I weep when I hear good music. I wept one morning
I
from
didn't.
Astro
I didn't wet nothing on Astro World. That it was normal. It was. I honestly think the Wizard was better than Astro World.
Whoa, kid.
Like,
Whoa. You gotta understand.
I'm not a big fan of Travis Scott. Travis Scott to me is nothing. Like he's boring to me. Like it's no excitement. It's just auto tunes and nothing but sound effects and beats and stuff. I could have did that.
All right, hold on. Because we're gonna get back to that. And Daytona, Pusha T's Daytona.
Yeah, Pusha T. I like that way more than Astro World.
So what's your pick for
It's-
rap album?
My pick. I'm going to
Cardi B, Invasion of Privacy.
See, that's what I'm saying. To me, it's just gonna come between Invasion of Privacy or Swimming. Honestly,
No.
to me, it's gonna be Swimming.
It's
Mac
like-
Miller is like my favorite artist of all time.
His pick is Swimming, my pick is Astro World.
Cause just like you said with Swimming, you have to be in a certain state of mind.
Mm-hmm.
Cardi B, hey, you get shmoney, and that's
know.
for everybody. You feel me? But you gotta be. When I think of rap album, you probably gonna get Cardi B because it's rap. It's rap album.
Mm-hmm.
If this was just like album of the year, you would probably think Swimming because you have to literally be in the right state of mind for that. And you have to think about it.
Absolutely. Speaking of album of the year, here are the picks for here are the nominees for album of the year. Post Malone's, Beers and Broccoli, whatever. Her, Dirty Computer, Black Panther soundtrack, Invasion of Privacy again, Golden Hour, Drake's Scorpion,
Drake fit.
and By the Way I Forgive. Usually I listen to all of them. I didn't hear Her, my
Drake.
bad, and I didn't hear Golden Hour and By the Way I Forgive. He thinks it's
Drake.
gonna be Drake.
Running through the 6 miles.
I think Black Panther soundtrack. I
That's
think that's a
That's tough.
and I'm gonna say that Black Panther soundtrack. Anyway, you have to listen to what I'm saying and understand because I believe I'm old enough. How old are you?
20.
Son, I'm old enough to be your father.
But how old you is,
Excuse
man?
me, sir. Are you Gerald Washington?
I am.
All right. Was this you? Have a good day.
See that, bro? Let me see that, bro. See that, bro?
It's not, bro.
You see this, bro?
It's dad.
You see this, bro? Bro, no.
All right.
Okay, wow. A special Valentine's Day message for the ladies. Now, I'm sure you and your lady, you guys get each other things for Valentine's Day, yes?
Yeah, every year.
Do you know what to get her?
Nah, not a damn thing. I don't know what she want, man.
Right, and it's, why don't they just say, hey, this is what I want for Valentine's Day?
Cause it's the thought that counts, and we gotta surprise them, and we gotta be thoughtful, and I ain't got time for that shit. Just tell me what you want.
See?
Like what you want? You want chocolate? You want some lingerie? You want a massage?
See?
That's what I did last year. I got a massage from like a professional place. It was dope.
She like it?
Yeah, she didn't thank me, but it was cool.
Well, the thing is, ladies, tell us what you want so we can get you what you want.
What do you want?
I'm thinking a bathrobe, nice, comfortable bathrobe so you can just bum around in.
Bumming around, see.
Because we get lingerie, we only use it about maybe 3 times.
Yeah,
and it's
that's
not
it.
even on.
I'm like, all right,
You know.
put something else on.
But tell us what you want. I think I'm getting my lady a pillow,
Word?
a nice, comfortable pillow.
Was she got one of them good ones?
One of those good pillows.
From Bath and Body Works?
I might. Ooh. Yes. Because when you're sleeping in quiet, that's the turn on. That's it, baby. You look so sexy when you're not talking. When you're quiet. I love you. But anyway,
All right.
closing out. Next week, what we're going to incorporate is you guys' comments and questions.
All right.
So if you guys got any comments, we're gonna discuss them.
We're gonna check it out. If y'all roasting, trying to be funny,
That
it's
too.
gonna be funny too. So watch out.
For example, like this week, this is how it will go. One cast member will do it,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll see the comment.
Yep.
Dustin Bates, of on my Facebook page, he commented, one of his comments were something to the point of, you guys need someone of a different race up there.
That's been coming up.
Yeah, it has been.
Yeah.
The thing is, we're not the Power Rangers. You know what I mean? We're talking from a perspective, and I don't think you guys aren't attributing chemistry, because for something like this to work, it has to be chemistry.
Yeah.
We're not against working with someone else. It's just that they have to mesh,
Yeah.
because we want to continue to give you guys quality content, and we want to make it fun. It's nothing forced. These are our opinions. We're not trying to hit a demographic. We're just talking.
Come on, but you gotta
Absolutely.
have chemistry to mess
Right.
with the rest of the crew, right?
Right, absolutely. Thanks for that comment. Next week we'll do it have it a little pizzazz, have the comment up, give y'all your props, because you guys are advocates out there. So, with that being said, this is our episode. Share. If you like this, share it, because the sharing gives us energy. Like, oh man, people love it. And add a woman. Another comment that comes up. No, keep it going. This is full transparency right now. They're saying add a woman. That plays into the same thing as we want a woman. We do, but we're a unit. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that, right, and we broken bread, like we sit and kick it, like she has to be able to hang out with us. You know what I mean? Like, and kick it. This ain't no Hollywood shit.
Just gotta be able to play what? Devil's advocate, right?
Absolutely.
That's what we're looking for.
In this talk, we're not talking for on some like, oh, this is popular. We're talking because these are some things we have in mind. And
Slide in the DM if you're interested.
don't slide. Professionally walk in the DM and tell us like, oh, I see what you guys doing. Here's where I'd fit in. All right, it's gonna be more than a pretty face. All right, at the end of the day, we need some. Ugh.
No butterface.
I didn't see it. Cut. Ended. Thank you. Good night.
Okay. Do all the crazy, wait, don't answer that. And baby girl said I'm kinda late. The truth is good and cheap, just like Amsterdam. Life go up and down like a camelback. I don't even know if you can handle that. And I ain't related to Stella, but I finally got my groove back. I don't even know if I should call it that. Shit be changing like some college stats. And I can't swim, but I'm on vacation, bitch. Show me where the pool at. I'm still outside like an alley cat. In the cut where I'm posted at. I used to sell 2 for 4. Right, where I went to school at. This that I'm losing control. I don't give a fuck about no hoe. I be hitting the same rumor from everybody. Shit, know what he do the most. You fuck with me, then you gon' get exposed. We stay out late, that's why I keep a pole. Yeah, I know. And if they run down, I'ma let this bitch go. I swear to fucking God, I ain't never been a hoe. All my fucking life, I've been trying to do the most. Last hoe. Do I look crazy? Do I look crazy? Do I look crazy? Do I look crazy?